Welcome to this short tutorial on how to set up a really useful feature that is for automatic emails or reminders to your borrowers directly in Margil Loan Manager. So these automatic emails are useful to allow you to send out emails automatically a few days ahead of time before a payment is due, in order for your borrower to be reminded that he should pay on this particular day. You can send reminders to some of your borrowers or to all your borrowers, maybe limited to only those who don't pay very well. The system can automatically email your borrower a payment that was returned as a not sufficient fund. You can also email your borrower that the last payment of the whole loan is coming up, so a renewal is pretty close. And finally, you can send emails based on any other type of line status that you have set up. How do we do this now? It's a 4-step process. It's not very long, and we'll go over this directly in Margil right now. So let's go to Margil. I first of all must set up the email in settings. I go to email connection. Notice here, I must set the default email right at the top here. I could copy data from another user. I put in the SMTP, the username, the password. You'll see these various other elements. You can always test your connection to see if everything is all right. Usually your IT person will do this. Save. I've done that. Default email is saved. Step 1 is done. Next step is to activate what we call the automatic or overnight tasks. Click here. I could say here, generate daily alerts. I can even create backups with these automatic overnight tasks. How this works is that I must, first of all, have, usually my IT person would do this. They would set up for your computer or for your machine what we call the Windows Task Scheduler. Not very complicated. You can even specify what time the emails go out on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. You have to do it on a daily basis. So this will check your program, Margil, and will do what it's supposed to do. It'll send out the emails when it's supposed to. So have your IT people do this. It takes a few minutes, of course, and you have to know a bit what you're doing, but it's not that complicated if you follow the steps. So I've activated my daily alerts here. Okay. The next step is to actually create your templates. I go to reports. I go to mail, email merge. You'll notice I have some already done, some email ones here. So here I have one here. I could set on new. If I was to do one, I'd do an email, I give it a name, etc. Or you already have one up. So I'll edit this one. And so here we have Dear. This is a merge code. It's like Dear John. How do I include these? I right click with the mouse, insert a merge code, and I could go in borrower, and I could have Mr., Mrs., first name, last name, middle, or whatever. I have about maybe 20 or 30 of these, which I can add in. So please be advised that an automatic debit of this amount, this is again a merge code, will be drawn from your account on this date. And what these guys are, insert merge code, you'll see it's a payment, next due payment, or a next due payment date, etc. So etc. So you can say funds available. I don't recommend putting in pictures or images. You could try putting in a logo, but you'll see how it works out with your email. I usually don't. Keep it simple. Best thing to do, especially if you want to send out stuff by SMS, mail to SMS. So I'll click on Save and Exit. So then step 3 is done. Close this up. Finally, I go to Tools. I go to my alerts. I set alerts. And these are called line status alerts. So I go in here. I would set up a new alert, create alert. It's already done here. I give it a name, automatic debit in 5 days. I want a line status that is a due payment. So I could give here, I could also do an unpaid payment and do a different alert, but I'll do the due payment ones. I want to warn my my borrower 5 days ahead of time. So I'll say, warn him 5 days before. If I do this one, until line status change, he or she will be receiving an email every single day. So it's a bit too much. Then I click automatic email. I pick up my template. So reminder 5 days. I want to email the borrower. I want to email maybe the co-borrower. Maybe I won't. I can also send an email to myself or to whoever. And this done thing is that I don't get a warning in the morning saying 600 emails were sent out. So this is saved. I'm all done. And that's it. Everything is set up. Now, of course, you must have a proper email in the borrower. So here you must have an email in here. If you click on this little question mark, you see it explains how to do a what we call email to SMS. And it also allows you to enter multiple emails and use a semicolon between each. So that's it. So I would put in my email here. And now if I want to exclude someone, I can go to alerts, and they're called line status alerts. I could say disable. By default, they're all activated. So I could disable, I come back, and I could enable. So now it's inactive, and I say enable. So now it's now active. I save this, and I'm all set. And that's it in terms of setting these up. There are various types you can do. If you have any questions, feel free to send an email to support or give us a call.